If you've ever been disappointed with the number of different tripe options you have at your standard supermarket, they've got all the tripes here. Dried fish and shrimp for all your dried fish and shrimp needs. You can get some kids' bongs. Hey everyone, it's Kenji. I'm at Asian Family Mart. So if you've heard me talk about buying stuff, particularly Asian ingredients and produce in Seattle, you've heard me talk about this place. It's like probably my most visited store. So we're gonna do a little tour of some of my favorite things to get here. So starting with produce, I think it has the best produce selection and prices around. So like champagne mangoes, you wanna look for the ones that are kind of wrinkly, by the way, and regular mangoes. You want to look for the ones that are a little squishy, but the champagne mangoes are like half the price of what you would pay at Whole Foods. They've also got like a variety of crazy Asian imports, including durian, which I still hate it. It smells like rotting onions, sweet rotting onions. Longans, more real durians. Oh, here we go. It's mangosteen season. Mangosteens are always expensive, but they are less expensive here than they are at other places. So with mangosteens, you want to find ones that when you squeeze them a little bit, they have like a little bit of a give. If they're like rock hard, then they likely are going to be kind of rotten on the inside. That's one of the issues with mangosteens. But these feel actually really good. A little squishy, yeah, perfect. So if you want like dragon fruit, pitaya, dragon fruit. A known diuretic, in case that's an issue for you. Various melons. We're also in the middle of stone fruit season. The stone fruit here is also generally much more ready to eat than what you're going to find at your standard supermarket. I don't know how they get the good produce and keep the prices good, but those are some nice peaches. Let's get some yellow peaches. Ooh, that's good. Squeezy, squeezy. Yeah. There's an Eddie Izzard bit about like how he goes to the supermarket and he sees the chefs doing the squeezy thing, and then he goes to the supermarket and tries to squeezy, and he's like, but I don't know, is this good squeezy, or is that like he just doesn't have a frame of reference? Those are good squeezy. Crazy mushroom selection. Cultivated mushrooms, but they have like king oysters, they've got shiitake, they've got enoki, they've got cauliflower, they've got all the shimejis, the hon shimejis and the white shimejis. Good place for mushrooms. Nagaimo, so if you ever make okonomiyaki, this is the starchy tuber from Japan that when you make okonomiyaki, you grate this and it creates this kind of like slime that becomes an essential part of the okonomiyaki batter. Lots and lots of greens. Ooh, let's get some apricots. Ooh, golden plums. Hey, red plums. Yeah, all right. I need some basil for our pizza. I don't think they generally have, look at this, they got squash flowers. They don't always have Western basil here, but they almost always have Thai basil. Should we do Thai basil on our pizza? Why not? We'll do some mint for our salad. I'm gonna make like a stone fruit salad. Let's get some cilantro. 49 cents a bunch. I don't know, I just don't know how they do it. Dill, I got plenty of garlic. Oh, sorry. We're gonna do a cucumber salad also. What is this? Oh, okay. Yali pear. Yali pear. Pomelos, melons, ugly fruit. Ooh, look at these. What the? They always have things that I've never heard of here also. They've got a wide banana selection. Crazy eggplant. They've got Japanese eggplant. They've got Thai eggplants. These little Thai like apple eggplants, the ones that you eat raw. They've got Indian eggplants. They've got Italian eggplants, they've got Chinese eggplants, they've got green Filipino eggplants. Lots of different types of cabbage. Ooh, I do need some ginger. I always try and find the ginger that has the smoothest skin, because that's the kind where you can kind of chop it up into your ginger mix and you don't have to worry about skinning it. So this will work for that. Bean sprouts, a whole host of chilies. Let's get some, so we'll get some Thai chilies. Let's get some scallions, 59 cents. Lemongrass, green papayas if you ever want to make like a samtam salad. Tofu, kimchi, miso. Oh, we should get some dark miso for the cookies, huh?
Yes, we should.
Aka miso. They always have these little breakfast sausages that my kids love. The arabiki sausages, Japanese, little smoked Japanese sausages. You could buy a whole duck here and a duck in a package. You can get some kids' bongs. All kinds of Chinese sausages. dried fish and shrimp for all your dried fish and shrimp needs. You seen this type of cauliflower? It's got very little heads. It's the only vegetable with a brain. Tofu section. So over in this section here, this is where we start to get into our dumpling wrappers and our noodles. If you come here on Mondays, that's when Rose, the folks who make really good chow fun noodles, if you get it on Monday, you get them when they're still sort of like fresh and flexible. So like Monday is chow fun day. But I think I will get some noodles for kids. What should we get? Let's get these. Maybe we can make a noodle salad tonight also. Shanghai style. Let's get those. And then over to the meat section, they have all the cuts that you can't find at your Western market. So if you do hot pots, or you make like Philly cheesesteak, or you do shabu shabu, they have like the really nice shaved meat for that, for dipping or for making it like sukiyaki, things like that. They've got all this sort of stir fry meats, all your pig parts. So if you want to make like a really gelatinous broth, they got pork feet. They got trotters. They've got all the ribs. They've got all your chicken. They've got usually have pork faces, skin if you want to make chicharron at home. Then they get Snake River Farms beef and Mishima Reserve, which are just like two really great beef producers in the U.S. Look at the marbling on that zabuton, real nice. Flanking cut short ribs if you make like Korean like kalbi, things like that. Oxtail, my kids love oxtail. I don't know, I'm not. One of the issues that I have is that I just buy, like I come here and I want to buy too much. And if you've ever been disappointed with the number of different tripe options you have at your standard supermarket, they've got all the tripes here. First stomach, second stomach, third stomach, fourth stomach, black, white, beef aorta, jeez. Beef aorta. I've never had beef aorta in my life.
Calamari.
Calamari of the land, yeah. You want a tongue? I can get you a tongue by 3 o'clock this afternoon. Grilled pork jowl is one of my favorite things. You marinate it and you grill it. All kinds of little things for hot pot. My son, Wombat, he's really into the aquarium, so he calls the actual Seattle aquarium the fresh aquarium, like it's in the original aquarium, but he calls this the small aquarium because they've got all kinds of live fish. Look at the size of these oysters. Yeah. They got live spot prawns. $13 a pound on Dungeness crab. That's like half of what you'd pay in most other places. Live Dungeness crab. Ooh, these look like handmade frozen dumplings. That feels like a must get. Right? The thing I want to show you is over here. When you're shopping for certain ingredients, traditional Chinese ingredients, what you want to look for, so for example, this is doubanjiang, Sichuan hot bean paste. Fermented bean and chili paste. So this is what you would flavor like mapo tofu with. What you want to look for is this. On the label it says China Time Honored Brand. That is the Chinese equivalent of like a French AOC or an Italian DOP system, where it's like a government certification program that tells you that this is made in a certain region with certain ingredients using certain processes, so you know that you're getting like a real sort of traditional ingredient. So for certain ingredients, and particularly the bean paste, I always look for that China Time Honored brand label. I usually go around the perimeter first, and then make my way back through the center as needed. So on this side, they've got all your sort of more Western things. So they've got eggs, but they've also got quail eggs. They've also got duck eggs. They've got salted duck eggs. They've got like tea eggs, 1,000-year eggs. They've got, well, all your Western stuff, your milk, but then they've also got a big soy milk selection. They have all your Chinese cooking wines. Over on this side is the oils, cooking wines, vinegars, and oils. But the thing that is really good to come here for is this, your roasted rapeseed oil. So it's the same plant that canola oil is made from. Canola is it an acronym? It's Canadian oil low acid, but it's made from rapeseed. This is roasted virgin rapeseed oil, so it's got a kind of like smoky, toasty flavor. And this is the oil that you use for a lot of Sichuan cooking, and what gives a lot of Sichuan food its sort of signature flavor. They've got a huge rice selection. I don't eat rice today, but they've got rice here. All of this is rice. So any kind of rice you want in any size quantity bag you want. The one I typically get is this one, Tamaki Gold, which is grown in California. It's among the best rice you can get. Turtle chips, if you listen to my friends Matthew and Molly's podcast, Spilled Milk, they did a whole episode on turtle chips and how they're made. Turtle chips are delicious. They're like a puffed corn snack. They do have like a crazy selection of chips here. So when I want something new in my snack, should we get some smoky and spicy Korean barbecue style potato chips? I think we'll try that. All your soy sauces, so Chinese soy sauces of various levels and darknesses and kinds. And then over down here, you also have Japanese soy sauces, and you have Indonesian soy sauces, you have Thai soy sauces, like every possible soy sauce. They've got all the different kinds of sugar and salt and MSG and dashi and all the, like, anything you want. I don't work for these guys, by the way. The Laogama chili crisp, if you've only ever had the regular chili crisp, they've got all the different varieties here. So they've got the ones with like fermented soybeans, they've got the ones that are just chili, they've got the ones that have like the peanuts and the little bits of other nuts in there. Chili oils and other sauces, Thai curry paste, Japanese curry blocks. Oh, actually I need to get some Japanese curry blocks because I just ran out at home. I'm gonna get some mild and some extra hot. All the different chili oils and sauces. Fish pastes, so like crab paste, shrimp paste, pickles. The spices at an Asian supermarket are typically also much cheaper than you'll get anywhere else. So like they've got both red and green Sichuan pepper. I mean, they'll have every spice, but especially you can get many different kinds of chilies, whether crushed or whole. Erjingtiao, Xiaomila, all the different types of chilies, black cardamom, cassia, real cinnamon, various things, and all much better prices than at the Western supermarket. Oh look, it's Wangang. I don't know that Wangang does seasoning these days. Interesting. Wangang, he has a wonderful YouTube. He's a Sichuan chef. He has a great YouTube channel. I learn a lot about Sichuan cooking from him, and I had no idea that he has I guess like a hot pot base. All your canned seafood and your stinky tofu. My grandfather loved stinky tofu. I do not. These I like. Steam buns. Let's get the pork steam buns. We make these. We have these for breakfast. You can just microwave them, and they're great. The office I used to work at, Serious Eats, down on Grand Street in Chinatown. It was right next door to a restaurant called Golden Steamer, which I think is one of the finest restaurant names. Candies. My kids love those little Hello Panda candies. Lots of Pocky varieties. Prawn crackers. These are all your like more typical Asian snack crackers. Frozen section. So we do often stock up on frozen dumplings and frozen buns and stuff like that here. Soup dumplings. These are the ones we typically get. The pork soup dumplings that they have here. We've tried most of the other brands, and they vary. They vary in quality. Your steam buns, bao. All of your like shumai and dim sum items over here. Crystal shrimp dumplings. And then on this side, it's frozen vegetables and frozen fish and frozen meat, but they also have banana leaves and things like that if you want them, if you ever need to wrap, whether it's like a Chinese thing or a South American thing, banana leaves for wrapping or for serving on. And the other thing that I like to get here, if you look up, they've got all of their Asian drinks. I'm going to take a delightfully satisfying Calpico soda. I think I've talked about this before, but this is the #1 soft drink in Japan. In Japan, it's called karupsu, and when they first brought it to the U.S., it was CALPIS, and my dad would call it Calpis. And I think my dad wasn't the only one who called it Calpis, and that's why they changed their name to Calpico, because Calpis sounds like Calpis. Well, let's go through the noodle aisle, the dry noodle aisle. Korean, Chinese, Japanese, ramen, ramyun, and noodles. Cute little like bowls and stuff. A lot of my little bowls and stuff come from here because they're inexpensive and often very cute, and they range in quality like everywhere, but they're always like real good prices. They've also got a decent selection of tools, bamboo steamers, woks, tools like Like if you want to make that som tum salad with the shredded green papaya, like something like that is a really nice tool to have. Tools that you don't necessarily find again in a Western market. Chopsticks here are also very cheap and nicer than what you would get from like the the takeout place. So all my chopsticks come from here also, cooking chopsticks. Folks have asked me if the bowls I use are dog bowls, because I think some people have dog bowls that look exactly like this. Well, they might be, but they're just bowls. They're bowls that I get from here, but this is where I get most of my stacking stainless steel bowls, which I think are probably one of the top 10 most useful items in a kitchen. I think that's about it, right? We've done most things here.
I think so.
We've covered some good ground. Guys, gals, non-binary pals. This is Asian Family Mart up on Aurora Ave by the Home Depot. What is it, like 180th or something street, 80th-ish, North Seattle. My favorite place to shop. All right, see you later.